Hey guys, and welcome back to Kay the Bookworm. In today's video, I'll be doing my January wrap up, so stay tuned. So I think I said in my last video, I can't remember. I think I said it was gonna be like maybe 4 books, so 2 on Kindle and then 2 on paperback. I read a lot more on my Kindle than I did paperback, which is a good thing. But let's get started and see what I read. So the first book that I got done reading was Give Me You by A.C. Taylor, and I think it's the first book of her Love Me Right series. This basically tells the story of two best friends, Kane and Nikki, who are basically having sex because Nikki's just getting out of a long-term relationship, and she asks Kane, just to like give her something to play with, kind of like, sex with benefits type thing. But Nikki turns out that she's pregnant. Like as soon as the book opens, we find out that she's pregnant with Kane's baby. And Kane is normally known as a big time playboy, and you get to see that kind of throughout the book, how he has like this one girl on the side who he only gets head from, nothing else, nothing more. But when he finds out that Nikki is pregnant with his baby, he basically kind of changes his whole demeanor. And Nikki is very hesitant. They've been friends since college, so she kind of knows the ins and outs and the goods and bad parts of Kane. And while everybody else is basically saying, like, you should give Kane a chance, she is still a little hesitant. She also has a stepsister in this book who got on my damn nerves. Can't remember her name though, but she got on my nerves because her dad remarried her stepsister's mom, and then the mom dies, and you kind of get to see how the stepsister kind of gets affected by it, and it's not a good thing. As well as, I believe, Kane's I can't really remember his name, but I want to say it's his cousin his cousin, I think, no, I take it back. It's his best friend, Cass, is dating Kane's sister, and they also have their issues too, because Kane's sister is cheating on her husband, and she kind of like checked out of the relationship. And then at the same time, you see why she really hasn't told Cass, because they kind of want to have like this 2-parent household for their daughter. Me personally, I feel as if there's no reason for you to stay. Like if you're not happy and you want a 2-parent home for your kid, the kid is going to find out regardless of the situation, so there's really no point of you staying. Also, it's like kind of like there's like two, well, I'll say about 3 or 4 different relationships in one in this book. But at the same time, she kind of did really well to like have them all connected. I personally believe that Cass and then Nikki's best friend, whose name is Kia, yes, is Kia, are going to be the next book in this series, because you kind of leave them on like on a cliffhanger when Cass finds out that Kane's sister is cheating on him. He leaves, and then like there's like a scene in the part when like Kane asks Cass like, "Are you good? Are you straight?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been talking to Kia," and you and she kind of leaves it there. So I hope Cass and Kia are the next in relationship, and we get to see like a updated version of exactly what Nikki and Kane is doing with their daughter. So definitely a great book. Definitely rated this a 5 out of 5. Like I said, this is my first time ever reading about A.C. Taylor, from A.C. Taylor, as well as even hearing about her. So definitely get this book. I did start Wings of Ebony, but I did not finish Wings of Ebony because I got my edits back the following week. Like right after I did my video, I got my edits back, so I definitely didn't get a chance to finish Wings of Ebony. Hopefully by the end of next month, I definitely plan to finish, because I do have a Brutal Honesty podcast coming with JL in March, so I have to get the book done. But so far from what I read from Wings of Ebony, it's definitely giving me Hunger Game vibes. I'm at the scene where we kind of get like a backstory of how she got to be with her dad, and the girl that she meets kind of breaks down like each tribe of where, like, each tribe and how it works in like the I'm gonna say environment in the community, which gives me Hunger Game vibes. So I realized reading it, I was like, okay, I definitely have to like highlight and notate to get a better understanding. But so far, I definitely like the book. Like I said before, it does come out tomorrow. I'm doing this on a Monday, so January 26th, 2021. It comes out tomorrow. Make sure if you want a signed copy, if you want like the bonus copy of the book, make sure to either pre-order or go to Barnes and Noble and get it there, because that is only when it's going to be at. It's not going to be anywhere else but Barnes and Noble. Definitely, definitely, definitely get that book. I'm still planning on doing a free a giveaway for Wings of Ebony, but I probably won't be doing that until March, since I'll be doing the interview with JL in March. So definitely stay tuned for that. So in my handy dandy Kindle, I read a good amount of books, but the book I did tell you guys that I was going to be reading was Thirsty When Wet by India T. Norfleet. And let me just say right here, this book is sexy. Definitely a 5 out of freaking 5. It tells the story of two friends, or basically one girl, Melanie, who basically kind of like, she's over love on things she kind of gets from a dude is sex, and that's it. And she goes to a massage parlor to get a massage, but kind of find out her masseuse that she normally gets isn't working. I think the person was like sick, so she gets another masseuse who just happens to be the owner, and the owner name is Saint, and Saint is big time BDE. And if you guys don't know what that is big dick energy. He is the big time big dick energy. He basically tells her from the start, like, I want you. And they have like a little bit of a, an inappropriate scene, at his establishment. But at the same time, when he thinks that he's basically gonna like rat her out to corporate, which he really can't because he's the owner, she actually likes it. Like, she kind of like gets turned on by it, and she's like, he's a very dominant person. And I get from Melanie that she's a very dominant person as well. It's like two alphas kind of going back to back, and she really doesn't like being submissive. But at the same time, she can be submissive, but it has to be for the right guy. And I feel like Saint is the right guy. They hit it off like quick. The sex scenes in this is freaking amazing. I see why she is the erotic queen. I was like, I had my, my friend right there by my bed after I got done reading this, because the scenes were dope. I did like the plot twist. I was not expecting the plot twist. There is a scene in here where like Melanie's best friend is getting married to Saint's best friend, and there's a scene where Melanie's best friend's sister is kind of like not the greatest person to be around, and you kind of get to see exactly why. And then you also get to see another side of Saint, of how he was an escort, and you get to see how the girl that he was working for, he did fall in love with, but the girl basically played him, and you get to see how that unravels. I don't want to give too much away, but just know it does have what takes you to a lot of twists and turns in this book, as well as sex scenes. Great, excellent book. If I could rate it a 10 out of 10, I would, but I could do 5 out of 5. Highly recommend it. Definitely gives me I want to say 50 Shades of Grey, but not really, in my opinion. But it does have a little 50 Shades of Grey, like, je ne sais quoi, if you want to say to it. But definitely a great book. Definitely won't be my last time reading anything by Miss Norfleet. I believe she does have another book that's coming very soon, and she said that one you're definitely going to need your friend for, because she said the scenes in that book you're just going to need it. So yes, Thirsty When Wet is the book that I did read on my Kindle. And then going through my edits, because I am almost done, I don't know, me personally, to get more scenes, because I am taking some scenes out, rewriting some scenes, and I tend to actually just want to stay in the element of love and writing. So I picked out some books by my fellow colleagues that are in the Reign of Literature publications, and I got 2 books from Kima B. One is called Heat Waves, and the other one is called Heat Strokes. And they're both novellas, and they are excellent, 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 excellent books. So This is Heat Waves. I think she did this last summer. And Heat Waves basically tells the story of Stasia, and if I could find the prologue, I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was Stasia and Drew. Sorry, Stasia and Drew. So Stasia basically is from not from Miami. She's from Miami. They both live in Miami, and she sees Drew that she always had a crush on. Every restaurant, not every restaurant, but every grocery store that they go to, he's always there in the same aisle. So the story starts off with her, getting the courage to walk up to Drew and try to talk to him. But she has an accident, like a very embarrassing incident in the grocery store, to the point where she's so embarrassed that Drew comes to talk to her and basically says, "You're cute, but your mouth is not my type." So she realizes, like, no, forget this, I'm done. And she doesn't go to that grocery store anymore. And she doesn't see Drew again until her AC breaks, and she demands her landlord to get it fixed. And the person that comes to fix her AC is none other than Drew. And she gets to see how, okay, maybe this is the universe calling me. Like, he sees her like very, like, kind of like a Jamaican type vibe, because he's Jamaican with his locks and stuff like that. And she kind of persuades him, and it kind of hits off from there. The scenes in this book, very, very summer, give me summer vibes, very sexy vibes as well. And then it also kind of incorporates with Stasia's best friend Simone, and that's Heat Strokes. So Heat Stroke basically tells the story of Simone and Zion. Zion is from the book A Goddess That Has My Heart. He is a model turned actor, and he lives in Miami. And then you also have like Simone. She's from New York, and she comes to Miami because she's a makeup artist. And when she thinks that she's in love, she thinks she has the right person, the right boyfriend, comes to find out the boyfriend is cheating on her. And not only cheating on her, but cheating on her with her cousin. And now the cousin is pregnant. And she beats the cousin up badly, like very badly, to the point where she has to go to jail. And when everybody feels, when you think you have your mother's support, and like your mother's saying, like, what, you did the right thing. No, Simone's mother is like, you need to apologize, and even her mother is basically making her go to the baby shower. And I'm like, no, like, this woman, she like stole my boyfriend. Not the first time that she stole my boyfriend. Like, she stole the boyfriend back in high school too. And you expect me to go attend the baby shower? Are you kidding me? No. I love how you have like those dynamic scenes in there, because it reminded me of Borrowed. I think it's called Borrowed at Kristen by Cherish Moore. And there's a scene in there when with Lennox, and I forgot her name. I forgot the main character name. But you kind of get to see how she has her own issues when it comes to her mom and her sister as well. And the dad is kind of non-existent to it. Simone's dad is very non-existent to it, but you find out exactly why that is in the book. I'm not going to give too much away, but they kind of meet, kind of like strangers, and then they meet again when Zion has to do a photo shoot for Venus, and Venus is from Goddess Stole My Heart, and Simone is hired as the makeup artist, and you kind of get to see how that dynamic works out from there. Really, really great book. Like I said, this is my third book I got from Kima B. This is the cover, guys, right here. Like I said, gives you nothing but summer vibes. I definitely wanted more. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I really hope that she brings back between the two, if I'm being completely honest, Simone and Zion are my favorite, because I kind of understand with Simone, she's like, when you think you have a guy that's for you, and then come to find out the guy is for basically every damn body. I get it, I understand it. But yeah, so definitely Heat Strokes is my favorite out of like the two books that I did read. And then the next books that I've read are a Bridgerton Heights series, and that is by Sky Moon. And I read it's Ember, Engaged, and then 1020. So Ember and Engage are the firefighters story, and then 1020 is the police department story. So Ember tells the story of Keegan Tucker and Desassia White. And they begin their story. Yeah. Ember. Yeah, Ember. Sorry guys, Ember. So this is the cover of this. Sorry if you could see it. So this tells the story of Keegan Tucker, and Desassia White. Both basically two broken-hearted people that come together as one. You first, like, as soon as the book opens, you get to see how Desassia kind of gets into a big-time car accident, and Keegan Tucker is the one that kind of pulls her out of the car accident. And from the moment there, you get to see the interaction, and then they don't see each other again for like another 5 years when Desassia comes back home to Bridgeton Heights because I believe is her husband or her boyfriend. I don't know, fiance, one or two, I can't remember. But the husband, the person that she's been with for the past 5 years, dies. And with Keegan, he kind of is guilt tripped himself because he couldn't save a little girl. He was on a mission. He wasn't supposed to be there. And once he thought that it was like an apartment building, and once he thought that everybody was out, kind of find out a little girl was in there, and he basically blames himself for the girl being dead. So you get to see how two broken people kind of come together as one. Desassia was just like, I understand. I've never been like, in your predicament, but I understand when it comes to losing somebody that you can't like, guilt trip yourself nor be like upset about it. You just have to like, pray to God about it and move on. And that's how that happens. And it's a really good book. It's the first time ever reading like a novella that kind of ties in all together, because the second book, Engaged or Initiated, I think it's Engaged. I can't really pronounce it, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. This one tells the story of Will and Desassia's sister, Nisha. So this picks up right after book one ends. I'm not gonna tell you how it ends, but just know they pick up right after book one ends. And you get to see them having basically a one-night stand. That one-night stand turns into 6 months of friends with benefits. And you always know when it comes to friends with benefits, one person always has feelings for the other person, and the other person may not feel the same way about that person. Well, that happens to Will and Misha. I'm not gonna tell you which one has feelings for which one, but just know one does catch on feelings a little bit quicker than the other one. And something that was solely innocent happens to where one of them gets upset and doesn't talk to the person until a fire breaks out. And the fire is kind of connected to the third one, because Misha basically goes on a blind date, kind of find out the blind date is basically an asshole. The dude that's on the blind date is an asshole, but at the same time, he's a very stalkerish person. Kind of I'm gonna tell you about that. And then you get to see that Will has a sister named Brooke, who is from his dad's affair. I believe an affair. And then Brooke's mom passes away to where, she's kind of defending for herself. Even though she knows about Will, she knows about her dad, she feels as if you guys weren't there for me like before, why do I need you guys now? Will is trying to be that brother to be like, listen, like, I can't fault our dad, but at the same time, I could be there for you if you just give me a try. And then you get to see exactly how Brooke ties in to the third book, and that book is 1020, which is the fire department series. And this one, it's my second favorite book. I like the second one and I like the third one. The third one's really dope. The third one definitely gave me Chicago PD vibes. Like the guy Sear, who is the detective of the series, he gave me what's his name? I think it's Antoine from Chicago PD. If you guys watch that show, the black guy on there, he gave me those type of vibes. He was just so damn fine, and the way she described him was so damn fine. So this is 1020. This tells the story of Brooke and the officer Sear, who is like kind of like one thing I do like about these books, how they all pick up like right after each other. So just like no like second guessing of what happened. Like if you read one, you have to kind of read it kind of picks up. So it tells the story of that, and you get to see how Brooke's actions that she kind of happens to her comes back to haunt her. And then you have a Seer who knew Brooke for a long period of time. He has his own troubles. His mom's a crack addict. Never met his dad. The only person that really, that really does care for him and that he does love is his grandmother. But a situation happens with his grandmother passes away, and that kind of brings him and Brooke closer together. Even though Will is very hesitant about it because Brooke is 21, and I believe Asir is like 31, 32. Really don't really know the age of Asir. All you know is there's a scene in there and Will was like, he's 10 times your senior and blah, 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 blah. But you really can't, when true love calls, you really can't like tell anybody the age. Like, age is definitely not a number, and you can't like not force love when it's supposed to be coming at you. That's what I got from the book. Definitely a great one. And then there's also another book called Soul Ties, which tells kind of is in the same predicament. And then you have two, it's like kind of, that one's kind of more like an urban fiction, urban romance fiction, in my opinion. It does tie in to the first two books, not this one in my opinion, but I feel as if the third one is probably going to tie into the police department one, but that's just me. But overall, those are really great books, and I read a lot more, but I can't remember because I think I like read them and then I think I returned them back. Yeah, I think I did that. But guys, those are the books that I read for the month of January. I was about to say July right now. I would say January. Those are books that I read for the month of January. Let me know in the comments if that's one of the books that I did explain, all the books that you want to read. Let me know what your TBR was for January. I do have a very, very exciting situation coming next month. Me along with Tiffany, aka Books and Bullshit, are doing our first ever Black Romance Read and Watch-a-thon. I'm going to be doing a video and explaining exactly what that all entails very, very soon. So if you want to see the prompts of exactly what we'll be doing for the month of February, I'll be posting that on my account at 12 o'clock today, 12 o'clock noon. So this video will probably be out before or after I do that, but really not sure. So definitely just watch, stay on my page, my Instagram page, which is KTheBookworm_. Hers is Books and Bullshit. I'll have everything, in the comments below. And yeah, so until next time, guys, have faith, have confidence, love you, always, always be, and talk to you guys later.